Why, hello there, Chad. What's up? Low energy, I know, right? But don't worry, it'll pick up. Had a busy day. When my frames are fading, well. Hold on, but how's everybody doing? Should you come to Twitch? Hey, watch wherever you like. If you want to watch on both, even better. Just redeem the rare mode. Is that your first? That may be one of your first rare moves, Lucky. Random question: Dart or Charmsy, do Dex or Luna have an attraction to the sound of rain? Not that not exactly rain. Luna does like dripping water though. She actually likes us to like, she likes to be in the bathroom when the shower or the tub is running. And she also likes us to like let water drip out of the faucet so she can drink it. She does, so Luna definitely has something of an attraction to it. You see that NVIDIA announcement? Actually, no, what did NVIDIA announce? Also, by the way. Hat on screen. Don't get that too often. But I did not see anything NVIDIA announce. I'm assuming it's probably AI stuff. Unless it's like absurdly expensive GPU price. But how are you guys doing? Sorry about the last stream I did where my internet died after 2 hours of the stream. That was obviously not planned. It didn't come back on for like another 2 hours after that, so couldn't just restart it. And yesterday was Sunday, so I was off. But today, I'm all good. And we don't really have too much of this game left, I don't believe. Probably only 2 more streams of it to finish up. Well, tonight's stream and then tomorrow's, assuming everything goes well. Are we being affected at all by the storms? A little bit. Lucky was supposed to be at the theater tonight, but they canceled rehearsals because, you know, the snow was getting pretty bad. And it's supposed to all freeze over tonight, so it would have made a lot of black ice. Oh, you were lost to time compression again? I mean, that does happen from time to time. But all you gotta do is remember. You know, just remember. Remember those who care about you, and you actually can travel through time. Somehow. Need to sit down for this. Is an AI filter over your game graphics and it looks like ass? And what is it? What's the benefit of it? What isn't that? Wait, haven't they already been doing that? Isn't that what the? They literally have AI drawn frames for your games now. That's been a thing for a couple of years now. Some sort of graphic upgrade that seems more like adding an AI slot filter. So is it something games have to implement themselves, so you turn it on to make your game look different? DLSS 5 is okay, let me look at this up real quick. Did this just happen today? Because I did not see it. Hold on a second. I get one of those like images where I just scroll back and forth to see it. Here we go. I got a YouTube video. Hold on a second. I'm learning about graphics technology. So basically all of our games will now look like those fake AI videos on YouTube Shorts, is what I'm getting from it. Okay, well hold on, they got Starfield up. Let's see what this does. Starfield is the only one that was improved by it, surprisingly. That's it, Starfield is the only one. Everything else looked like crap. I can hear your blonde coming. My blonde has a sound profile. Oh well. I guess we're not gonna actually spend time, you know, improving anything else on games except for graphics. What a time to be alive. Anyway, Chet, how you doing? I finalized my tux and ordered a sports jacket today. You're breaking my kingdom, Kokoro. Your kingdom. What am I doing to you happy? What am I doing? You know what? It takes like 2 whole RTX 5090s to run it. Well, then none of us have to worry. Wait, for real? None of us can use that then. Hardly anyone has a 5090, let alone 2 of them. So that's honestly just like experimental stuff they're doing. Is that for real? It takes 2 of them? I didn't even know you could still run 2 GPUs in tandem. I thought they stopped that. Starfield is crap, but making it look like AI girlfriend ads doesn't make it better. It doesn't hurt it either, though. That's how shit Starfield is. You can actually just make it look like AI slop. And it's like, you know, it's kind of an improvement. Hardly the worst thing that's come out of it. Your work closed early because of the flash flood and tornado. Apparently everyone's getting hit with horrible weather today. Like, we got a bunch of snow and cold air. But everyone's getting blasted. This winter will not let us go, chat. We will never escape. Yeah, apparently Lucky's parents had tornado watches going on today. Guess that means the groomsmen are good too. Well, I only have a best man. We're not doing groomsmen or bridesmaids. Lucky has a maid of honor, and I have best men. But we're keeping it simple for the actual ceremony. Because in all honesty, that's usually not that necessary. It's mainly just like, here are my friends, and I dress them all up to look pretty. But they don't actually do anything. So we're keeping it just to the essentials. But yeah, he does have a tux. He will be wearing a bow tie. I will be wearing a tie. You have made it. Hey, Beast, how you doing? Why are we getting heat waves in March? Well, that's the weird thing. After this today and tomorrow is over, rest of the week looks pretty good in terms of weather. Quad 5090 and SLI stopped supporting post 30 RT. However, you can still have more than 2 for rendering videos and animations and stuff. Well, good luck to those people who want to run that filter, I guess. Am I streaming tomorrow? Yes. I have no reason not to. I need to finish this game up, and then because I got some other stuff I need to get to. Also, I've now done my second draft of Resident Evil. Tomorrow I'll be finishing my entire script for that, I think. Or at least I should have it done, so I can move on to recording lines. Saw that diesel was $4.79 in my town. I feel bad for all the truckers out there. I feel bad for the truckers. Well, yeah, I definitely feel bad for them, but also don't feel bad for the people who bought regular, like, pickup trucks that run off diesel. Laugh at them. Because that was a stupid decision on their part. They just wanted to run something with diesel because they thought diesel was the most manliest of fuels for some reason. You listen to more Sonic fan music, huh? Since it's technically 17th in Poland, you can wish me happy birthday. That also means that I claim the right to quote Limp Bizkit in chat for the whole night. Well, as your birthday wish, I grant you that. Also, happy birthday, Zakalo. Good to always have you, man. Even if you are a little weird, but in a good way. The privilege of people are driving. This is why all of you have had time, like over a decade now, to switch to hybrids, or if you really got the money, an electric car. You knew this was coming. You knew the gas was never going to go down. Now you're stuck. I'm actually possibly buying a car this year, or leasing one, so I'll probably go with a hybrid myself. I'm actually going to good at copy editing, so if you want to ever send a script to me for grammar or spelling, I'm good for it. I will keep that in mind. Thankfully these days I have gotten that pretty under control, and I also have the Patreon where people spell check it for me because I release the videos there first, so a lot of people notice any like typos or mistakes that get through. So that's helped out immensely. But I will definitely keep that in mind. Also, Nurses, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Your first Twitch, actually no, your 58th Twitch Prime's up. Thank you, man. How you doing? You don't have a car? Right now the only car we have is the Prius that Lucky brought with her. But I'm planning to possibly buy one for myself this year. I've never really been a fan of being in cars. I used to get, well, I still technically get horrible motion sickness, amongst other reasons. So it led to me like avoiding cars for a while. You ride your bike to work, but Lucky is only 5 minutes away. You know what? I wish that were the case. Well, I live at home, so I don't need to ride anywhere, but I work from home. But I used to also work nearby, and I was able to walk to it since it's pretty close. I'm getting rid of his mangina. Come now. Come now, sir. You're better than that. What the fuck was that laugh? I think that's something creepy in the game that apparently doesn't happen too often, but if you leave it lingering on this screen long enough, it maybe plays. Yes, that was from the game, unless I'm actually haunted in this place and I didn't know it. You have to take Dramamine? It's same with me, brother. I actually have Dramamine, is what I've been on whenever I've been in cars for more than 30 minutes for most of my life. Do you have any favorite spy films? Does Austin Powers count? I think that counts. Also, hello over there on the Kick side. How many people are over there on Kick? Hello, Pariah, Lucky Sister, and Desire. How you guys doing? Thank you guys for holding down the Kick side. Somebody's gotta do it. Austin Powers counts. I mean, it's a parody. Me and Lucky were discussing that earlier. Oh, actually, no, me and Zach, my friend Zach, my best man, were discussing that today. I was making the argument that there's really only one Austin Powers movie, and Austin Powers 2 and 3 are just repeats of Austin Powers 1 with all the same jokes. And just kind of making fun of the fact that there's more than one Austin Powers movie. Let's see, The Spy Who Shagged. Yeah, I argue that Austin Powers 2 and 3 are pretty shit. You shall return. What's up, Pariah? But, yeah. That's pretty much been my day. Went to the Tux place, got that all situated. We got some stuff coming up over on our end, but yeah, we're doing pretty good. Things are going well for the wedding. For those of you who care about that little tidbit. And, you know, we got a show coming up. Actually, there's a lot of theater visits coming up for both of us. Did you and Lucky catch the Oscars last night? No. Lucky was streaming last night, and I was, like, doing work. And I don't think I've ever watched the Oscars even once in my life. I don't feel like I'm missing anything. Heard that my apartment might be haunted. I wish. The only haunting I got are stink bugs. I could actually deal with ghosts a lot more than I could that. Anyone else have to deal with Asian stink bugs, you know, by the way? Those are nice, right? They're just always there, come winter. Spectre, the James Bond, feels more like a fourth Austin Powers movie. Does it have... I can be honest with you, I'm not a fan of James Bond movies. I think I've watched a few of them when I was a kid, and I just kind of got bored with them. It's like, well, I don't want to watch this old person movie. That's what I actually call them, the old person movie. But I've played a few James Bond video games. Stink bugs and the Asian bit. Yeah, for me it's Asian stink bugs. They're the worst. By the way, this is not a zit. This is actually a razor burn. It's kind of annoying, but it's there. But did Sinners clean up at the Oscars? I know it won a couple. I don't know if it cleaned up. Flying Roach. Sinners one of views. Alright, so it's no Expedition 33 where it just wins everything. Honestly, people need to understand that Resident Evil is fake and not real. If you tell me Half-Life is fake, what? I'm aware, you know, Resident Evil is fake. It's a video game. Like, all video games are, you know, well, they're real games, but they're not depicting real stuff. Usually. One battle after another. Pretty much won everything else, though. One battle after another. What is one battle after another about? I kind of don't know much about that one. James Bond influenced a lot of modern day games, actually. I would say, like, James Bond games had their influence, like GoldenEye definitely did, but I feel like there's not too many GoldenEye era, like, FPS games that came about because of it. You got a few for a bit, like Time Splitters and all that. The Spectre, it turns out that Bluefield is the brother of James Bond who went evil because Dad didn't love him. Always a good reason. It's literally the plot of Gold. That's literally the plot of many a movie. So not necessarily them referencing Austin Powers. Haven't seen a video game depicting a real-life serial killer. I mean, I've definitely played... There's definitely games out there about Jack the Ripper. So there you go. That's a real-life killer. And there's also some spicely indie games that you can't really find on actual legitimate websites that also... I remember back in the... after the first big school shooting, Columbine, there were a few, like, pop-up Flash games that kind of emulated it on Newgrounds and shit. Hey, Musical, what's up, man? You can't play as Jack the Ripper? I mean, I'm sure if I went looking, I could find a game where you play as Jack the Ripper. Rip, Miniclip, and Stick Death. I mean, Madness is still going, so there you go. How long has Madness been running now? It's like I think that might be the longest running Flash series. Guess who can do Dark Urge on Baldur's Gate 3? Guess you can do Dark... I mean, if I ever start playing Baldur's Gate 3 again, I think I actually will probably play a Dark Urge. Isn't like Dark Urge the one where you gotta get the more plot? Or the more relevant plot? Because the previous two Baldur's Gate games were about you being child of Baal or something. You're at work, dropping in right quick. Well, maybe I'll see you once you're back from work, man. We're just playing ghost games tonight. Not too big of a deal. Dark Urge is painful if you have a heart. Well, I lack one, sometimes. Maybe gacha Japanese games you can play as Jack the Ripper. I mean, there's far worse things in gacha games you can play as. I mean, honestly, I would say Kratos is a bit of a serial killer. I mean, the dude just, like, straight up kills prisoners and shit just for his own, you know, benefit at times. Playing Tekken and ran into someone dressed as Rez while I had an Angel custom on. Fun as hell seeing CSM in Tekken. Doom guy. Well, yeah, seems like we got a sleepy day ahead of us. I mean, the weather has probably drained out everything out of all the energy out of everyone. Your last stream, a lot of people was fighting over stupid things. That's why I brought it up. Well, you're good. Don't worry about what happened last stream, all right? It's a whole new stream. No reason to, like, bring stuff up. Oh, yeah, I know what game you're talking about. That was kind of infamous. That was in the news and stuff. Yeah, I don't recommend I don't even know if you could... I'm sure you could find it to download, but I don't recommend playing it. The Kennedys are broke, the presidential family. Broke for a very rich, influential family does not mean the same thing as broke for you and me. Whereas broke for them means like, oh, they still have plenty of money. They just have to refinance a few things. You have life 2 already halfway done forgetting what happened today. I mean, that's what alcohol and drugs are for. And if failing that, hammers. JFK had a mean headache, mean back, and mean headaches. Dude was a mess, physically. Also, Argent Skies, thank you for the 63 months of being a sub, man. Nice shirt, Dart. I really like this one, dude. It's kind of unusual, because it's like knitted and everything else. Well, I say knitted, it's not like it's hand knitted, but I you know. Technically, though, when I ordered it, they gave me the wrong color. I did not want green. I was going for more of a tan color. But I did not feel like going through the process of returning it, so I was like, I guess I'll just wear green. But, you know, it still looks pretty good on me. I also ordered my first sport coat today when I was at the Tux place. That one I'm keeping, unlike the Tux, which I'm renting. But, it's pretty nice. I'll have to wear it for you guys. Also getting some pants with it. We need Goth Dart. One day I will stream as Goth Dart. For now, you can enjoy my goth mentality without the actual clothing, you know, and you know, accessories. Speaking of booze, this is day 1 of no whiskey in the morning. Day 1. How's it going? How you feeling? How's the no whiskey run going? Tux stream? I mean, I don't think I'll be streaming. I'll be getting the tux like a day or so before the wedding. I doubt I'd be streaming on any of those days to show it to you. You'll get to see it in photographs and stuff. Dartigoth. Making me sound like a Warhammer character name. Hubby bought his wedding suit. I mean, I'll probably end up buying a suit as well. But a suit's a bit more general purpose than a tux. Fun fact, John Paul II, Nelson Mandela, and Henry Kissinger are honorary members of Harlem Globetrotters basketball team. I mean, the only thing I care about when it comes to Harlem Globetrotters is them stopping mysteries with them, you know, Scooby and Shaggy. They did a lot of good. Saved a lot of lives. Found a lot of people. I kind of wish that was what we dealt with in actual crime. Just people wanting property and willing to, like, scare people away from it. At least that makes it fun. Rather than the more boring, like, you know, people buying up all the property we gotta deal with these days. Your typing's bad, you're in the right place. Typing here doesn't matter. Typing don't matter. As long as I can actually infer something from it. What? I'm hoping to be done with this game. And for those of you kind of bored with, you know, Fatal Frame, I'm assuming tonight's stream and tomorrow's will finish it up. Because it's not a very long game. Did you hear Henry Kissinger was a doctor? I mean, no, but does it even matter? What he's known for is what he's known for. And that's being a horrible person. Hoping you would be a nice dress and lucky looking dashing in a tux. I mean, she'd probably go for that, honestly. But she's already got her dress and we gotta use that. Stream where everything is made up and points don't matter. Wow, I used to watch that show. I love that show. Got a PhD from Harvard. Is it like one of those just like actual like earned PhDs, or it's just like here's the honorary PhD? You can write Skater Boy here and not be judged. I mean, silently. You can be judged silently. But other than that, you'll still be accepted. Now, if you follow that up with he was a skater boy, I was a whatever girl, then you'll probably be told to like leave, but firmly, but kindly. Henry Kissinger would be better than what we have now. I mean, he's really just like the proto-neocon is what he was. There was competence there. It was evil competence. Versus whatever we do these days. Trip to Chapter 5, but I am taking my time enjoying Fatal Frame 2 Remake. It is doing well in my eyes. I feel like I never got rid of the PS2. I had a lot of issues in the first stream of it because the combat was way too hard. I don't normally complain about that because it doesn't make you look good in the eyes of gamers. But I had video evidence of the game just being a frustrating mess. Oh, my eye itches like something. Allergies are... It's weird. Allergies are picking up because, you know, we're getting into spring. All this freaking snow today is like, oh, really? Can that at least dampen that somewhat? Can't stand bad combat that ruined. I mean, combat is kind of an important part of a video game. Interested in Crimson Desert? Possibly. I'm waiting to see reviews of it. I don't really know. I have not followed that game's development at all. It's like a Witcher clone, right? Or something like that. That's all I kind of know about it. But it's made by a South Korean dev team. New Thing movie in development, a Tremors remake, and the new Them movie in the works. Excited but hopeful. But what about Scanners? Are we not getting a new Scanners movie? Is Thing movie going to be a remake, or is it just going to continue on from where the first one left off? And as for Tremors, you know what? Tremors remake could work. I still think we need a Tremors video game, though. Crimson Desert gameplay looks generic. That's a problem with a lot of AAA development right now. A lot of it's starting to look pretty generic. Max Payne is a classic. I agree. Gave us bullet time in video games. Oh shit, someone mentioned Scanners. That was me, sir. I mentioned Scanners. I've actually never seen Scanners. I've seen clips of it. I know it's actually not that great of a movie. Sigmund Freud, Adolf Hitler, Trotsky, and Stalin lived in Vienna in 1913-14, not that far from each other. What was happening in that damn city? That's Vienna. It's like a Renaissance place. So, and also, probably pretty, I don't know, I couldn't tell you. It's where artists went and then got depressed. How about that? It breaks something inside of you. Your voice is so unnatural, it feels artificial. Was this always your voice? This has always been my voice. You're not the first to think my voice is like AI or artificial. It's because I guess I just naturally modulate it to be very flat, so it doesn't like, if you look at a waveform, like most people's, it's like, and mine's like pretty steady, or at least mine normally is. But I'm hoping it's pleasant, even if it is unnatural. I mean, if you're here listening to me, I'm assuming you like it. But no, I didn't train my voice to sound like this, it just kind of ended up this way. I mean, I can talk like this for my old, like, Titanfall videos if you like. What's up, streamers, and what's up, pilots? Dartigan Jones here. Ready to bring you all the Titanfall action for this game you stopped playing years ago. You know, weirdly enough, YouTube has been recommending me, like, Evolve videos recently. You know that game that none of you played and died real quickly? Apparently there's some people out there still making content for it and getting good views somehow. I don't know, I didn't know that was a thing. But YouTube was like, hey, you want to watch this? We gotta put it in front of somebody. You gonna do a stream the 30th anniversary for Resident Evil this Sunday? I mean, I feel a little, I've done plenty for Resident Evil over the past 2 years. I've played through almost every game. I don't even know what I would do for it. Evolve, yeah, so like YouTube is recommending me Evolve videos. Any Europeans in the chat, would you recommend for what? You go to Austria to study through your school. I mean, Austria's got, there's a lot of good reasons to go to Austria. Code Veronica stream? I mean, I could, but why? But why? You want me to play Code Veronica on hard mode or something? Doing Resident Evil Marathon and been replaying Resident Evil 4 OG recently? What a game. Want to play RE4 Remake? I mean, I recommend that. Good games. Ridley Scott has fallen off so hard. I don't trust him anymore with the Alien or Blade Runner. Yeah, he's kind of in his old man phase of making movies. I mean, I thought the Blade Runner sequel was pretty good. Why did I just lie? I have not seen the Blade Runner sequel. I've seen bits and pieces of it, and what I saw that I liked. But I haven't seen the entire... What the fuck's wrong with me? I just really caught myself in the middle of saying that, wait a minute, I've never even seen that movie. My apologies. But it seems pretty good. How about that? People also seem to like it. Maybe I'll rectify that soon and watch the Blade Runner sequel. But yeah, anything he's made Alien-wise has not been good. Alien franchise, a shell of itself. Yes, sadly. It kind of is. I never really needed that much lore about the alien. I was fine with it being mysterious. They've done irreparable damage to Leon and Ada's dynamic. I'll be honest with you. I don't think there was much of a dynamic between Leon and Ada. Is most of that was fan creation, and if you look at the, like, even if you go back and play Resident Evil 2 OG and 4, the spark ain't exactly that strong. Mainly because the voice acting and character performance in Resident Evil 2 kind of keeps it from ever being that way, and Resident Evil 2 is just like a, you know, cornball action movie. That being said, I don't think the remakes made it any better. They had chemistry in 6. I mean, they really only even meet each other briefly in that game. Most of that, you know, and most of the time the Ada you see is not the real Ada. Or at least what from Leon's perspective. Ridley Scott didn't direct the Blade Runner sequel. I know, but he was the producer on it. Which is probably explains why the Blade Runner sequel is apparently pretty good. Meant they are doing a showcase, my bad? Oh, okay, gotcha. I probably won't stream that now. Still wondering what the DLC for this game, for Resident Evil Requiem is going to be, since they're going to do a full-on story chunk for it. It looks like you'd be playing as Leon in that one, which is weird. Which probably means Ada will show up at some point. Or, you know what, I'm going to make a prediction for the Resident Evil Requiem DLC. You will be going to where the mansion was, like the destroyed mansion. You might as well add that in there. Like, we got to go back to the mansion, Chris, or something. There's going to be like another full lab under that one. Ada did a bust and run on Leon. Wham bam, thank you, Leon. Yeah, I wouldn't get too hung up over the ring. They did that on purpose to get you, talking about it. Phil Grace's mom is the best way to do the DLC. I mean, I don't know what she could possibly be doing since she's kind of just busy being a journalist after, Outlet, that one game where she's in. Knowing Capcom likes memes, they might do it for the Bloodline meme. Might as well. If you're gonna fully on, like Resident Evil Requiem is full on nostalgia bait, especially the second half of it, you might as well have them return to the mansion where it all began. Because the mansion having a secret lab isn't enough, it needs a secret. I mean, there's already, let's count how many secret labs are under the Raccoon City area, alright? In Resident Evil 0, there's one under the training center. In Resident Evil 1, there's one underneath the mansion. In Resident Evil 2, there's one under the city. And there's actually, in Resident Evil 3, there's one under the hospital. And now we find out in Resident Evil Requiem, there's another one right under what is it? Right under the orphanage. So that's 5 underground labs in one area. And then you want to go further, you have another underground lab in Europe. You have another one in Antarctica. You have one in Africa. I think there might have been one in Russia as well, for Revelations. There's underwater base in Resident Evil Revelations 1. This is all Umbrella stuff. And I'm sure there's more. There's just like, that's all that, pretty much, somehow, Umbrella was better at building underground labs than anything else. I had the cost of, building underground costs a fortune, by the way. You're like quadrupling your price. Fun fact for you, Grace was supposed to fight the spider, not Leon, but they scrapped it. That would have actually been more fun. Or at least more intense, because Leon is he's just a bit too good at that point. All of Raccoon City was just an umbrella. I think that's actually the idea now, that it was just a company town. Any hope for Zach Kreger's Resident Evil movie? No. I have Resident Evil movies, just don't bother. Unless you're a die-hard fan. Secret Lab Tech Bubble. I mean, how many... I just wonder, like, who's the one, like, was it Spencer's? Like, I need more underground labs. It has to be, was it made underground? That it doesn't count. Leon is like Dark Knight Batman, old but experienced. I don't think Leon counts as old, if I'm being honest with you. When you're that healthy, when you're that jacked and you look like that, he may have the numbers, but biologically that man is probably barely 35. Any advice on dealing with an extremely sore throat? How sore are we talking? Because honestly, if you're like really suffering, go get yourself some actual antibiotics from a clinic. If failing that, you can gargle hydrogen peroxide. That's what I would normally do. But otherwise, take some Tylenol, gargle hydrogen peroxide, get some sleep. Really all you can do. What other Resident Evil game should I replay for my marathon? You can torture me. Resident Evil 7 is really good. I'll also say Resident Evil 8 is worth it. Resident Evil 2 Remake if you haven't played that. Resident Evil Revelations 2 is actually surprisingly pretty good. That one's also kind of worth it just for like the hammy memes in it. And if you really want to torture yourself, Resident Evil 5 on hard mode. Who taught you that? Who taught me what? That gargle hydrogen peroxide? Myself, because it works. Gargling hydrogen peroxide is perfectly safe to gargle. Just gargle it, spit it out. Don't swallow it. You're good. Yeah, gargling salt and water never worked for me. I always needed hydrogen peroxide. Also, buy yourself some Jello packets. It's a lot easier to eat Jello than anything else when you got a sore throat. Or popsicles, those were too. Ice cream. It's your perfect excuse to eat Jello, ice cream, pudding, and popsicles, alright? Take it. If I give you a pill that allowed you to know everything in the world, or you take the pill in my left hand, you stay stupid to what's going on, what option are you picking, left or right? But what if I'm an egotist and I already think I know everything in the world? I mean, that's a pretty easy one. Why wouldn't I want to know everything? That's going to give me a lot of advantages in life. Yeah, I'll take that one. You love Jello? I actually had Jello for like the first time in like over 2 decades recently. Don't normally go out of my way to eat it. You remember Barry is actually really good in Revelations 2. Dart stares into the void, and the void. Actually, I just stare off my screen on my other monitor, but it's like staring into a void because it's at you guys. But you're a pleasant void. Have you done the Legacy of Kain games before? I have played Soul Reaver 1. And that's kind of the only one I've played. I've briefly played the very first Legacy of Kain game, you know, the top-down RPG. Never played much of it though. I've been meaning to play Soul Reaver 2 and 3 and I think the 4th one at some point. I've never played the Blood Omen games. Thinking of Revelations 2, but then I remembered I kind of played like The Last of Us and I hate that game. I mean, it does kind of play like The Last of Us in a way. But then again, Resident Evil, a lot of Resident Evil games kind of play like that these days. Kitty in the background, yep, that's my cat over there. She's like resting up. Here, I'm gonna give you guys a full-on camera. I'm not important anymore. She doesn't even know. Dex. There you go. How you doing? Gotta look at you, Chad. She opened the peepers. There you go. There's your moment of cute. You now feel better about humanity and the world. There we go. Back on us. Getting up for you even. Give you a pill allows you to know everything in the world, but if you pick the pill in my left hand, you would remain stupid. I already answered that, and my answer is I'd take knowing everything in the world. Wish you had a cat. We got strays hanging around our building, though. Cats are pretty nice, but cats, you do have to like play by their rules sometimes. If you prefer to be like the owner of a pet, dogs will be a bit better for you. Cats are more about like a cohabitating an area. Also, Soul Sister with a $5 super chat. Dart likes art, Dart likes to fart, Dart knows how to push a cart, but has Dart ever been to a Kmart? I have been to a Kmart once, I believe. I don't recall anything about it other than, yeah, you could buy food there. But you know what? I thank you for that poetry. I do indeed do all of those things. When I play I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, possibly. That would make for a good classic sin video on my Patreon. By the way, you should all become members of my Patreon today. Get those exclusive videos you can't get anywhere else, like the upcoming Dino Crisis video. But yeah, that's one I consider for a future classic sin. Anyways. I think it's time I start playing the game, chat. I've been keeping you guys going for 40 minutes. Is Kmart went out of business, right? Pretty sure they did. Anyways. That's right, chat. More Fatal Frame. There's not actually... We're over halfway through the game, so... For those of you kind of bored with it, take heart. Won't be too much longer. Dex is in loaf mode? Yeah, she in loaf mode over there. If you choose red pill, you will get $1 million. If you choose... If I have all the information in the world... wait. Choose blue pill, you get diarrhea and kick in the balls. Well, I don't have that kind of fetish, so I'll take the easy one there. And a big sell-off. I wanted a PS4, but they were all gone. Kmart is deader. How did Kmart go out of business? Or did they... I mean, it's a retail store. How do you fuck that up? What's in that throat thing when doctors use when they're testing for strep? Usually that's just like a swab. And it's just a cotton swab for like taking a fluid sample from the afflicted area that they then culture to see if it actually produces results. Anyways. Fatal Frame 2, everybody. We're going to take some pictures of ghosts. Post them on the gram. Save our sister. Or not. Who knows? Getting right back into it. Kmart went into debt and refused to do online shopping. Oh, yeah, okay. They refused to do online. That definitely killed them. That was a big mistake. So did the same happen to Sears? Is that why Sears went out of business? You'll never kick darts balls. Thank you. That means a lot coming from you, ball kicker. I assume you kind of like... It's just your thing. It's like, I do it a lot. But you, I like. Right, last time I was playing this, the game crashed, and I probably lost, I mean, what, actually the game didn't crash, my internet died, and I didn't bother saving, so, we're just gonna, like, move on to my actual objective without doing anything else right now. I think my objective was to, obtain the Kurosawa storehouse key, and then head towards the Osaka house. Well, that determines I go this way. Guard doesn't even have legs. I mean, I've stood up on screen before. I've literally showed feet. Come on now. You can't make up this slanderous material. I've shown feet. Please respond. Where'd that butterfly? Oh, there it is. Remember malls? Actually, there's a mall nearby me that's actually doing very well. It's one of the few malls in the country that's actually, like, growing. It's like, I don't know why, but it is. I know most malls, like, yeah, why would you ever go there when you just buy it online? But the one nearby me is, like, the place to fucking be. Find the underground entrance. Wait, I guess this is where I'm supposed to go. What was up this way? Okay, that was where we entered the place. Oh yeah, let's go talk to that kid real quick.
If they had known this would happen.
Old diary. Yes, my sister, why did you run away without me? What's happened to Itsuki is our fault. You promised them me that we would always be together, sigh.
Please, come back. Don't leave me alone. It's so dark here. I don't want
Follow the butterfly? Yeah, makes it a bit easy, doesn't it?
Yai, did you find her? The key to the cell should be stored in the basement of the Osaka house. A hidden door behind the altar leads to the basement. Hurry back to save Sai. She might have already given up hope.
Everyone in this game is really into ASMR.
Both of you need to leave this village. We can't let them keep performing that ritual.
So he's a ghost too, right?
If you examine the altar, there is a mechanism for the crests. If you match all the colors of the crests, the hidden door to
Twink
the
ghosts. Yeah,
basement
twink
should
ghosts are like
open.
uncapturable.
Don't give up. I'm sure you'll get out. The key to this. Hurry back.
Okay, gotcha. Wyoming was like entering a portal to another world like a Japanese isekai. Not enough elves or y'all for me. But yeah, Wyoming is just very windy and wide open. Very pretty though. Wait. Turned around. Here's that shit, which I don't need to go to. These graphics look weird. I don't really see anything about them that's weird. Looks decent. You can carry a shotgun in open carry state. You can carry, yes, if it's an open carry, you can usually carry anything that's counted as a gun. I think this is the house, right? Yeah. Have I been through here before, though? Isn't this like the first house in the game? Woman's notebook. Sometimes I sense a figure walking past the window outside. If someone's holding a torch whispering about something as they walk along the road, sounds to me like they're looking for somebody. I don't know who it is, but I know it's not Masumi. Also, I pretend to know. Thank you for the 91 months of being a sub, my man. I'll be having the next Classic Sin script ready pretty soon. Or like the next project. I think I got it narrowed down to what I might want to do. Say this village disappeared on the night of a festival, a night that repeats over and over and over again. Sounds good, yeah. Like I got some stuff built up to work with. Okay, we gotta do this real quick. What do you prefer, ghost or body horror? I mean, I like both. I don't need like one or the other. Ghosts are probably my preference, but I gotta admit, body horror has probably produced a lot better games than ghosts have, or at least more games. How many of these do I got? Okay, I need way more. A lot more of you can get body horror than ghosts. I mean, it's probably easier to just make body horror. I like ghosts and spirits more because you can get some folklore and culture into it. Body horror, yeah, body horror tends to be basically like, well, usually body horror is always about the loss of like your physical self and loss of your like own conscious mind and, you know, slipping into like an animal-like state. Is generally what that, you know, the deeper meanings of it is. But it's also often anti-morals and ethics of what humans can do to each other out of cruelty and like wanton gain. So there's often an anti-capitalist message there, or just like there's usually some social commentary involved. Whereas ghosts don't normally, you know, possess as much social commentary. So. Okay, found 5 round stone tablets are fitted into the family altar. Is this some sort of mechanism to unlock the door? I heard something unlocked. What's the worst puzzle you've ever experienced in a video game? Any puzzle like this. Sure.
Oh, yeah.
I'm assuming I gotta get the leaves to match up?
Yes.
So it's like green pointing at green?
Yes, you just need to move into blue.
That's the problem. It likes to move the center around a lot.
Move that guy once. Now move that guy.
Where does that? God damn. You are a witch. Hey, that degree was worth the old puzzle solving, I guess. Thank you, though. Search for the key underground. Want to look at Dartigan Lucky the Fatal Frame, eh? My fiance, she damn good at puzzles. She solved that instantly. What about the Sudoku puzzle in Parasite Eve 2? Oh yeah, that was some bullshit. But yeah, there's a lot of older games have a lot of bad puzzle designs, though. So what am I doing? In the Kurosawa store, search for the key underground. Wait, what did that do for me? She's an international woman of mystery. That she is. Okay, open that up. Before I go down there, though. Masumi, it's me, Miyako. Why did you go inside that house? Don't you want to be with me anymore? Please, go home together. We leave together, we might make it out. If you see this note, call out for me. I'm nearby. What's up, Nisei? How you doing? Puff saw you rage at a church puzzle from Resident Evil 4 on stream. Hey, some puzzles deserve the rage. Some of them got it coming. Spooky ghost that slimed me. I really do need to play the Ghostbusters game, don't I? Also, what's upstairs? No ghosts at all in this place? You ever make sim videos that then put them in reserve, or do they always get, I don't have time to like make videos and not post them? It doesn't make any sense to have them in reserve. The only thing that I make and don't post to YouTube are the Patreon exclusives. So I guess you could consider that as my future reserve if like one day the Patreon closes or for whatever reason, I could start putting those up. But no, usually I'll work on one video at a time, I put it up, and then I move on to the next one. I've also been doing YouTube shorts too. I'm actually gonna do. I've actually got another some more shorts lined up to do. That I want to make. Jewel infuses someone's will. Have you seen Sadako the Ring versus Kyoko? I have not seen it, but I know of it, and I heard it's pretty terrible. I actually watched the ending fight scene on YouTube once, and like, this is stupid. Like, way to ruin two creepy things by actually having them turn into one. The Osaka House is a private dwelling of simple construction that sits at the entrance to Minakami Village. People from neighboring villages come to Minakami. This is their first stop, where they unwind and relax. The remaining documents that I managed to uncover all consist of basic records pertaining to such recent visitors. House also contains guest rooms for said visitors to stay in. They are well ventilated and all around pleasant spaces to occupy. There is, however, one thing about this place that concerns me. When I first passed through the front entry of this place, I keenly sensed that my every movement was being observed. This makes me wonder if in truth the Osaka House serves to monitor outsiders who enter Minakami. Ryozo doesn't seem to have noticed it himself, but ever since we got to the village, I've constantly felt eyes on me. It makes me question whether we're truly welcome here as guests. At any rate, I think my next order of business will be to visit the Kiryu House, one of the twin houses as they're known here. Even though the Kiryu clan no longer exists from what I've been told, I should like to pore over the valuable documents that remain. When I managed to sneak in there earlier, I was able to take a small peek. I wasn't disappointed. With enough persistence and research, I believe I may be able to learn about the ritualistic customs people like myself aren't meant to see, once passed down from generation to generation. Speaking of the Ring, when will you play the Dreamcast game? I have actually considered doing that. Even though that's not considered like a good game, it might make for a fun experience just because it's so shit in like what the fuck were they thinking kind of way. Sometimes there's something that's so absurd I kind of have to even take a look at it. It's like, who had the bright idea to take the Ring, make it into a Dreamcast game, and then make it a sci-fi apocalyptic story? Hey, it's person in my thumbnail. They just swing on a girl, don't they? Is this remake any good? At first, like, the remake is solid, but at first the combat was, like, way too hard to the point of actually being annoying. But they've since patched that, and it's actually more doable now. Now, whether this revitalized the franchise or not, like they're hoping, I don't know. Apparently, they're, like, waiting to see how well this game does before they decide to make more. So if you want to see more Fatal Frame games, I guess, it's your duty to go ahead and buy it, according to Namco. The ghosts are breaking the ghost laws. Tell us of the ghost laws. I'm interested in this lore, actually. Breaking ghost law. Ghosts are meant to just peek around the corner and shit, not straight up attack. Well, no, I think they're meant to eventually attack, but it's usually they have to, like, as a prerequisite to attacking, had to first spend like a good hour of just like only like brief glimpses of peeking around corners of their hand coming over a railing, amongst other things, and then finally at some point they get attacked directly. Unless you're like that girl from The Grudge, that girl just straight up just went after everybody. Like, she didn't wait around. She coming after your ass. I am rolling in medicine right now. Nothing. Is that where I came in? Okay. Are you doing Ghost Recon? Shut up, that's the kind of joke I would make. Do you really want to be like me right now? You don't want to be like me, man. You don't want to make jokes like that on the regular. You don't know what it does to you. Alright, before we go that way. Really? Oh, it's mine. Don't mess with me, bitch. I played Five Nights at Freddy's. You know, a backrooms game, it's all about taking photos, might not be that bad. Are we all tired of backroom game clones at this point? Or like pull room clones, weirdly enough? What's left of mind for like horror settings at this point, actually, when you think about it? More incense. I mean, there's even a golf horror game out there, chat. A golf horror setting. Film reel. Rusty key. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Must suck to be a blind ghost. You saw someone play the golf horror game. It was weird. Yeah, it's very indie. It's not too bad though. It's swinging hard. That didn't kill you. You're down to 1 HP. Her slowly reaching for something just so they can every once in a while do like a jump scare as something grabs you while you reach for something isn't really worth the payoff. Because it only happens once or twice. Alright. What do we want to upgrade? Film capacity? I don't really feel like I need range because everything's pretty close. Reload speed might be pretty good though. Extend maximum attack power. I'm thinking film capacity. Silent Hill with vampires if it's Romanian. Hey, Resident Evil got it with it. The guy loves doing 4-hit combo count. All the ghosts in this game, I gotta be honest, their fighting style is just kind of like whaley. It's very homeless, the homeless foo kind of shit. Where it's just like, eh. I know that was a very offensive thing I just said, and I'm willing to take responsibility for it, but it had to be said. It's like I'm fighting the spirits of fentanyl users. Even make similar sounds. Spirit of fentanyl past will visit you on this Christmas night. I invent interesting terms, don't I, Chad? You gotta give me that at the very least. I watch Dartigan for the weird shit he says. I'll break out the good shit for you. Tell you what, you get the Type 90 now. Favorite sin is the MK1. These guys aren't evil. They want. Now you just built anticipation. I think I remember that sin though. Silent Hill needs to go Russia first in matricide, tons of alcoholism, domestic advice. Okay, I don't think Silent Hill wants to mess with Russia actually. There's that would be exhausting to have to like traumatize that many traumatized people in that nation. Like, God, another one. Mourners would probably want some of that shit. They already have to sew their eyes closed and underground forever to maintain the gate to hell. True. With this Laxo rail shooter light gun game, wait, is there not one? I would assume that, because it's made by Namco, who makes a lot of light gun games. These guys aren't evil, they're just gay. Oh yeah, that's it. And a truer statement was never made about Mortal Kombat than that. Alright, well, we got what we need to free that hot twink. Or Mayo, I guess. Shows where my brain was at. Ooh, that's kind of creepy. Where's the goddamn exit? Saudi company bought a large stack of Capcom shares. I wanted to wait a bit, but well, I saw that news already, actually. I don't think that means they own the company. They're just invested in it. But at this point, Saudi Arabia is investing in almost everything. It'd be easier at this point to name what they're not invested in. They're in that diversify stage because they know oil is going to, eventually run out. Alright, I think the exit was over here somewhere.
Why is it so dark?
Bro, I've been asking that same goddamn question.
Can we still save Sai? With that key, you should be able to save Sai. You don't need to come here anymore. Forget about me and escape, Yai.
Okay.
He will surely help the two of you. After saving Sai, go to him. The ritual cannot be the only way. There must be another way to save the village. With that key,
You'd make a cool
you
Dark
should
Souls
be able to
character
save
talking
Sai.
through the window like this.
You don't need to come here anymore.
Would you call yourself an international man of mystery? No.
And escape.
I'm not even international. I've never left the United States.
By the way, I heard Munakata came to the village. He will surely help the two of you.
Alright, we already know everything else.
Yeah.
Alright. Back to Sis. I'm sure she's still there. Most Americans then? I mean, I got a passport. I just haven't used it yet. Alright, where the fuck was that? It was over here, wasn't it? Yeah, because you had to run across that bridge. Still just a local man, I mean, that's a bit more apt. Hi, what's up, Sunshine Gamer? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. You're just in time. We're talking about bullshit, as we always do. Alright, so gotta say the layout of this map kind of shit. Been here since the game started, but thank you. You know what? That's the first time I saw you chat, or maybe I gotta remember a lot of names, so maybe you've been chatting this entire time. I just missed it. Oh fuck! Really? You turn my light off too, so I can't see anything? Man, this is real fun. Can't see shit. Now I'm dead. FF9 is $8 on Steam. Should I pounce? Sure, why not? It's a good game. I'd recommend it. I should play FF Tactics again. I want to, but I'm also a little wary of starting a big RPG playthrough right now, but I'm considering it. How's everybody? You know, it's been a pretty good night, King. How you doing? I ordered my tux. Also bought your sport jacket for some upcoming photo shoots. I'm doing pretty good. They overdid with Attic Usabe. They saw that everyone liked that Mr. X and everything, stalker enemies from Resident Evil. And like, we can do that. Totally do that. Alright, I think there's like a hiding spot. In there is where he wants me to run. Wait a second. Hiding over here is probably in my best. Alright, let's go remember to find that on my map. Literally can see nothing right now. I have to like turn these lights off just so I can see my screen. Right now, chat, I'm sorry. I did like, I have shitty lighting, but I can't see anything. I still can't see anything. No, there's the ghost at the very least. Turn the brightness all the way. That makes things look like crap. At the you can see things a bit better, but everything looks like shit. They just need to stop taking away my flashlight because I think that's spooky. Where am I headed to? Wait, I went the wrong way. Shit. Hey Monty, what's up, dude? Carry extra battery. These are ghost repel technology. Afraid it doesn't work that way. Or at least they only actually, the technology they seem to repel are lights. Now I can actually like shine some light on my face again so I don't look like crap. Now I'm the one with the brightness settings turned up to max. One of those things they don't really tell you about when you want to be a content creator, chat, is you do have to like burn holes in your retina with bright lights shining in your face all the time. I already killed you once before. I mean, I know you're dead and all, but... Also, you sound like a toilet, not someone drowning. Can you just stay drowned now? Can't take this game seriously at all. I mean, it's just like spooky ghosts. That's pretty much all there is to it. And like, yo, horrible village ritualism. Alright. We can't get through this door. Here's something interesting for you. When everyone gets to the spoiler part, everyone asks for their money back because I was so scared for them in Resident Evil 9. Nah, I don't think so. I think we're good. Does this still play like a PlayStation 2 game? No, this plays more modern. The PlayStation 2 game had fixed camera angles a lot of the time. So it played more like a traditional like PlayStation 1, 2 horror game. You did go into first person mode for like taking your photographs, but the non-photograph mode was fixed camera angles and tank controls. I knew something was gonna come out that fucking well. Old woman ghost is like the toughest enemy in the game because she just stays so low. It's hard to take photographs of her face. Where did that go? Oh, that shit. Can I take a photograph there? I'm not... Am I out of photographs? Also, she's getting health back. I gotta stop this fight. I don't understand what's going on there. We need a different film. Oh, I was pressing the wrong button. That's what happened. I made that way harder than it needed to be. Ah, now she got upset. Die again, please. Granny ghosts are still the toughest for some reason. Does this still play? But okay, a game needs a battle royale. All games will eventually be found there. Actually, no, I'll take that back. It feels like battle royale's time is starting to pass over us. We might be coming to the end of that era. There's been a few too many high-profile failures.
Yai, you finally come for me.
Someone else asked this, and I can't recall if you answered, but favorite horror game outside of Silent Hill and Resident Evil? I would consider Parasite Eve to be a horror game. I really like that game. What else? There's definitely been, Amnesia 1 is pretty good. I really like that one too. So yeah, I think those would be my two go-tos for outside of the regular standbys. Amnesia the Bunker was pretty dope. I like Amnesia the 1. Bunker was definitely better than the 2 that preceded it. Or 3, or however many Amnesia games there had been. But even Bunker I didn't feel lived up to 1.
I want to see Itsuki.
For a ghost game, the ghosts are pretty weak. I mean, ghosts really shouldn't be that powerful. They are just dead spirits, like lingering, like remorseful things. Like echoes of what used to be a person. That shouldn't be powerful. Outside of like a few unique moments. I believe you left by Mayo. Tsuki, I'm so sorry. I need to see you and apologize. I need to apologize to Chitose too. Yeah, Alien Isolation was really good. Also, Dead Space 1 and 2 were pretty solid as well.
You two go on by yourselves. And don't look back.
Yai, wait! Don't leave me behind! Horisei!
Happens a lot to twins, doesn't it? This pre-patch, yeah, the pre-patch, the ghosts were just pain in the ass.
The festival is about to begin. We need to catch her quickly.
Darkwood is very solid. I've considered playing it before.
I know she will.
Pretty sure I own it, actually.
Are you leaving me again?
Did I enjoy Peace Walker? I enjoyed the video game. Yeah, it was pretty good. I don't know why I phrase it like that. I enjoyed the video game, yes. But, yeah, it was alright. Not my favorite Metal Gear, but it was good. That being said, I'm probably going to replay Metal Gear Solid 4 once that gets re-released.
Perform the ritual.
Well, that's a creepy ass face. Find Mayu. I don't think she's in this house anymore. Investigate the Kurosawa house. Is Dart really a gamer? Next time on Game... Well, I mean, there's video evidence. I think I can make a compelling case. Yeah, sure, why not? You love the stomping. Everyone loved the stomping in it. It became a thing. It was like a show that you were physically sane if you stomped on everything like a psychopath. It was pretty cathartic, to be honest. Oh, girl, where you going? Anyone played this game? I played the original version of it. It's pretty solid.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If only I could see you one last time.
You ever played Fatal Frame? Like, I've only played 1 and 2. I tried playing 3, but I couldn't get into that one as much. Jump over the railing. Never played Silent Hill. I recommend it. They really need to do a trilogy about talking pictures of ghosts. They did more than a trilogy, actually. There's like 5 or 6 of these games. Yes. This is where what they are reusing this house a little bit too much. I gotta be honest, though.
I don't want to be alone. Stay with me. So yeah,
someone. Is that her sister as a ghost? No, that was a ghost from the past. Our sister is not dead yet, so it can't be a ghost. But we can see after images of her. It's this way. That was kind of an awkward fade out right there. We've decided to run away together, but we're still pretending to carry out the sacrifice. It's just our tradition, though. There's no need for it any longer. It's a secret game the two of us are playing. Still, deep down, part of me still feels uncertain. What if I came back to the village one day, just me? What if I only came back and fulfilled my role? Then nobody would have to go after Yai as my big sister. Suki might let me do that. I told Yai what I was thinking, how I wasn't sure what to do. She's so nice. So nice it's scary, to be honest. I gotta get out of this fucking place. Oh shit. Fatal Frame sounds like a documentary name. The Japanese name is Project Zero and is far worse of a name. Where am I going actually? What? There was a horror sting, but nothing happened. Down here maybe. Dr. Baby, ask Kickbot what it thinks of the old Lord of the Rings. I don't think I've seen anyone ask Gandalf what he thinks of the books. I think you missed a jump scare, Ghost? Ah, they're not even that scary. I'm fine with it. Oh, this road. Oh, that wasn't Chris's blood. Yeah, Kickbot got a little egotistical there, didn't it? I really don't like the idea of taking my flashlight away. It's not scary, it's annoying. I think that's something that horror developers need to learn. Annoyance doesn't equal scares. I would rather be able to see a little bit. Well, so am I missing anything? Something to unlock in that room? I didn't see it. Which room? The big room back here? Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. It's a yellow dot on the map, I think. Yeah, that's where I'm headed, is over there. That's the exit, actually. I got both the cats in here right now, chat. I don't know if you guys saw Luna back there in the tiny corner. Well, I had both of them. She's leaving now. I knew that was going to happen, the way she opened that door. Too obvious. Oh, you got... Oh, you brought your husband into this, did you? Saw Monty for a second. Yeah, he was here earlier. He's probably taking a shower now, though. Watch the streamer do this battle right before you started this game. Hold on a second. Since it was pre-patch, it was so... Yeah, there was a lot of tough fights pre-patch that just kicked my ass as well. There was one fight where I did have to fight the one that turned into a couple of ghosts halfway through the fight, and yeah, that was like an hour for me. What's in here? Oh, it's just that door. Chairs that give you sciatia? Never heard of one of these. What? Alright. We're done with that place. Forever, I hope. I don't believe there's much of the game left at this point, is there? Is this game a photography simulator? Well, it's more about killing ghosts than anything else. And a camera is your weapon of choice. But this one does go deeper in the mechanics of a camera because it has like autofocus and manual, as well as like zoom in, which I think the original game did not. And she gets around.
I'm so sorry.
What's the verdict? Should people play this version or the original? Now that it's been patched, this version's fine. Well, it's going to be easier for you to buy than playing an old PlayStation 2 game, but I think it's also not really differentiating itself enough from the base game to kind of warrant itself, weirdly. Like, the plot has mainly been untouched as far as I can tell. It's mainly the map design and some of the gameplay that's been changed, so you might find yourself liking the original a bit more. Find Mayu. Follow Mayu's traces. Like, I have had more trouble finding my way around the village than I did originally. To the point they now give me little ghostly sisters to follow. Gandalf had this to say about the Gollum game that flopped a wretched crawl of the stealthy shadows. I'm surprised it even has training date on that. Hey, but we're getting a movie about Gollum. Maybe it'll be slightly better. Question, have any of you ever played that, back in the early 2000s, there was a Lord of the Ring game that was based off the books rather than the movies that had just come out. It's only based off Fellowship of the Ring, but it was a PC-only game. I remember seeing it and back then wanting to play it, even though I heard it wasn't that great. And I've been considering, like, doing a stream of it. But I don't think you can buy it anywhere. I don't think it's on sale anywhere. You remember that game? I remember seeing it. It came out around the same time as, like an official movie game or something else. And I was like, yeah, I want to try that out at some point. But I think you can probably find downloads of it somewhere. Is it Ghost of Mordor? Is that what it's called? Keyhole engraved with a family crest. I'm glad these butterflies lead me to wherever I need to go. Is there an Xbox original? Yeah, there was an Xbox original version before. It was on PC and Xbox. I forget the name of it though. But it might have been Ghost of Mordor, I don't know. What's in here? Thank you, helpful butterfly. Lord of the Rings game, yeah. It's apparently almost like a Skyrim or Oblivion type game. Or I guess I should say Bethesda type game. You fight a tree in that game? I mean, there's technically a tree that tries to kill the hobbits in that game, in that book. Get it on a bend, and where, yeah, I don't think you'll find it for sale anywhere. I think Tom Bombadil's in that game too, weirdly enough. What's the name of that game again, by the way? Does anyone know? Ghost of Mordor or something else? Went up that way. I'll go this way. It's called the Fellowship of the Ring. Oh well, that makes it easy. I'm gonna see if I can find that. I'm sure there's like probably like downloads of it somewhere.
open.
Send it to you on your Discord. Thank you. It's a very cute game. A cute game. Shit.
Mayu.
Open the door for me. Search clues. One more. Yeah, Shadow of Mordor is a different game. That's the Ubisoft style kind of game. Oh, I'm getting strong over it. All that and did no damage, huh? You're one of them boss ghosts, aren't you? Honestly, I think Polaroid camera would be better for gameplay mechanics than an old-fashioned one. And I think also we should like leave a trail of photographs, like you just like drop them on the ground when you're done, to show the areas you fought ghosts in. Missed a spooky ghost. Kiryu House appears to serve as a place where the twin maidens reside for an extended period while they undergo ritual purification. During the cleansing process, the twins are not allowed to leave the manor grounds, with one exception. They may also visit the second of the twin houses, the Tachibana House, via the heavenly and earthly bridges. When walking from the Tachibana House to the Kiryu House, the heavenly bridge on the second floor is used, where the opposite route is taken, utilizing the earthly bridge, which sits underground. Speaking of which, the earthly bridge also connects to the Deep Path, the sprawling cavern system that lies underneath the village. What's more, something none are allowed to gaze upon reportedly lies within the innermost sanctum of the Deep Path. Only a selection of senior priests are permitted entry into the area, as well as a special group of individuals known as mourners. It's a place where the great gate to hell lies, then I suppose the hidden ceremony is likely conducted underground. Projector field. Christopher Lee died today? Damn. Though I gotta be honest, I thought he was already dead. Are you sure it was today? I swear he'd already died. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he died already. Died decades ago? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, wait a minute. When did he die again? Was it maybe, yeah, maybe you met Christopher Lloyd. Yeah, the doc from, is that you talking about? Great Scott. Well, it took a long time for the past to catch up to him. Actually, speaking of Christopher Lee, Lucky and I just recently watched one of his older movies, the Wicker Man, the old 70s one, not the one from the 2000s where that's kind of infamous. Christopher Lloyd's still alive? Then why am I being told all these people are dead? Now I'm just confused. Yeah, but that was one hell of a 70s movie, for sure. Photo Minakami Bridge. Photograph labeled Minakami Bridge at the back shows a suspension bridge spanning a valley. Saw it today, but I don't care for Lord of the Rings. I mean, I like Lord of the Rings, though. Well, I care about it. Nick Cage remake is so bad, but so it's something that I'm still glad exists. But the original movie was pretty damn trippy. Since it's very different, but also very similar to the Nick Cage movie. A lot more nudity in it as well. Creepy ass home movies. That bridge is where we're going. So we're done here. What is stopping this girl from leaving the place and going home? She cares about her sister. Doesn't want to leave her here. And also she doesn't know how to get out of this place since it is like haunted and keeping them there. Alright, where's that damn bridge at? Find the grave. Not over there. Maybe back this way? No, it leads to the temple. That leads to the shrine. That doesn't lead anywhere, I don't believe, but I'll go check it out. I think I might be lost, chat. Did you like Silent Hill Downpour? No, not at all. I liked making fun of it. I did not enjoy that game, though. No, that was a very bad misreading of what Silent Hill is from a bunch of developers who never should have been working on it. Never know if you liked a game or not based on your sim videos. Admittedly, it is a little difficult to like judge how I feel about a game based off those because the whole point of the videos is me being critical of it no matter whether I liked it or not. But my live streams make it, I think it should make it pretty obvious that I'm actually pretty easy to please. It doesn't take a lot for me to like a game. It mainly just depends on like, don't waste my time, have decent pacing, and I can like anything. What's the thing that horror games do that is more annoying than scary? Think that more darkness, I mentioned this earlier, but too much darkness is actually annoying, not scary, at least to me. I would say another thing that if you don't focus enough on the audio design, you're also not going to be scary. You need really good audio, especially ambient audio, to be scary. And some of them just seem to miss that point. Let me try over here. I think it's this way, right? Oh, this leads to something I can't get into. The game doesn't please you, we get to enjoy some dark. It actually, for a game to get me raging, it has to be wasting my time, more like heavily wasting it for me to really get pissed off. Generally, I'm pretty, you know, I'm going to keep my cool even if I don't like a game I'm playing. It just has to feel like the game is actually now trying to, like, you know, use up what little life I have. I don't know if this is important or not. Like Chronos, it was getting there. There's a reason I stopped playing. I've already read this note. Don't believe this is where I need to go right now, but I'm gonna check it out anyways, for lack of a better place. Yep, I've already been here. I feel like I should have stayed in that building where the... Oh. Stayed in the building where I was at earlier. Find the grave. Jack Developer is trying to make a Silent Hill game. I mean, the Swedish... Wait, Blooper Team is Swedish, right? I mean, they managed it. Against all odds. Have a code for Darwin's Paradox if you want. I think you might like it. I'm not even familiar with that game, Darwin's Paradox. This leads to the... Let me go check out that place. Not familiar with it, if I'm being honest. Camera Obscura, that's the camera we use in this game. This game is like bad for your eyesight. Why does that eyesight? The amount of squinting it's making me do. Plays an octopus. Konami made it. Isn't that Octodad? We need to touch up the speed of the mechanic. Could be a bridge that'll take you to a graveyard. That's what I'm looking for. Didn't see it anywhere. Let's see. Focus, zoom, film capacity, special range, reload speed. Pretty sure this is like side quest stuff over here. And some items. Wait, over here. I think it's over there, actually. I think I know where I need to go. Sure, there's a suicide forest in Japan. Yes. Plenty of videos on it. For the most part, it's just an old growth forest. It's just the things people do in it that make it creepy. Need to go up the hill? That's where I need to go? That's like over this way, isn't it? See, I was thinking over here because there's like a door and a pond. But I'll go check that out then. Place Logan Paul went. Let's not that be the reason the place is well known. Or infamous, I suppose. What's up? Come on. Shower scrubber? The fuck is a loopy? You mean a loofah? Alright, good stuff. Except there's another one over here. I'm going to serve the flames of the sacrifice. If you have tinnitus, I don't really recommend this game, given what the sounds are going on in my head right now. This game is scary though. Do you get a job with atmosphere? Yeah, I do think the atmosphere is good. I do think it should not be relying on darkness quite so much though. It's kind of gotten on my nerves, and my eyes are hurting playing this game because I have to squint so damn much. So I wish they would drop that a little bit. Dark Descent is a master of atmosphere. Yeah, that is a good game. I remember that one actually legitimately creeped me out at times. Played Amnesia so much I can finish it in like 1 hour. I've only played through it one time in my entire life. What I did for a live stream. Only thing that bothers you are furries. What are the furries doing to you? Normally they leave you alone if you don't bother them. And if you happen to be an artist, they'll pay you actually handsomely to make like weird and uncomfortable art. You're not a furry, you like cars. Okay, I won't come to you for fursuit advice, but maybe I'll ask you about cars to get. Noted. Actually, I'm thinking of getting a plug-in hybrid. About to enter the dollhouse. One of the scariest parts. Yeah, I remember that, a little bit of that actually. She made that a little unnecessary to grab, getting down on her knees, putting her face in the dirt, and then blindly reaching for it. You prefer gasoline? I mean, a hybrid does use gasoline. And a plug-in hybrid uses gasoline, you're recharging, and like a battery. So it gets all three in there. Beam NG Drive is a good game. I actually own that game. And a steering wheel. I should probably play that at some point. Man hiding key. You're gonna get yourself a gaming PC. Good luck with that right now. Be prepared to pay a lot of money. Here are you, house key. Guten Abend, how's this game's been scary at all? I don't really find minigames scary. I like the atmosphere of the game. It has been a little frustrating at times though. At the beginning, the combat was way too much and way too hard and got annoying. Right now, that's been rectified, but it is a little... The game is still a little bit too dark for me, my liking. Making it a little hard to see shit. So what? Still getting fucked. Oh, there's two of them. Shit. Let's use the really good film. Really good film did shit. How's the stream going? Pretty. Hey, Rage Chaos Dragon. Pretty good, actually. I haven't had my internet drop tonight. I need one of you to friggin' die already. Oh, I'm out of photographs. I'm like pinned against the wall. Oh. Where's the other one at? Who's Udo Kier? I'm not familiar with that person. Are you stuck over there? You're a ghost, man. You can walk through a wall. What's you guys doing left and right? What? He's... Now they vanish. That's cool. Ugh. Like I've just been shooting POV porn for like the last 10 minutes in this fight. You restock. You used up almost everything. Imagine being a ghost and getting stuck in a wall. I mean, that... Yeah, that's kind of bad. The whole idea that you seems to be a ghost is like you transcend the physical. But yeah, today's been pretty good for me. Got myself a sick new fucking sports jacket on the way. My first sports jacket, actually. I never bothered buying one, but I'm getting one for my engagement shoot. Let's see. I think we go back to that house now, right? If it's an iron wall, you could be stuck in... If you're a ghost, it doesn't matter. Unless it's like a holy shit wall. No. Another one of you. Back up off me. There you go. Well, that was some shit. Made me waste all my footage. Do you like Werner Herzog stuff? Remind me, I'm gonna be seeming like a Philistine here. Remind me what Werner Herzog did again. Should be another... Should be another one of these somewhere. Nosferatu, the vampire, best Werner Herzog film. I don't think I've ever seen any of his stuff, if I'm being honest. I've never really watched too many of those old silent movies. I mean, this will probably only give me more shit that I don't even need. Right there for a second. Where's Dex? Right there actually. Sleeping in the chair. She's on screen. They're making me work to get back to this building, aren't they? Also, Raging Chaos Dragon, this is your first time chatting here, by the way. Welcome, dude. Been, gotta say, this game... I'm gonna be finishing this game, but damn. Didn't live up to my expectations. Could be a little brutal. I like it, but it's still think the original game is probably the one to play. There's just something off about it. That's like a Team Ninja game. There's always something kind of off about a Team Ninja game. They were a weird choice to be the ones that developed this game, if I'm being honest. Oh, let's see. Okay, I need to like upgrade reload speed some more. So I need to head back over here, cross town, and then back here, I think. Yeah, this house here. Never got into the series. I only really like the first two. After that, it kind of gets a little muddled for me. While walking through the forest, searching for Masumi, I somehow found myself inside this village. When I looked down at it from this overlook, it really hits home that something is wrong with this place. Deeply, deeply wrong. What could have happened here? Why is it always night? Why doesn't the sun ever come up? I can hear so many voices crying out from underneath those big rocks. They sound so sad, sad in their agony. I also saw a figure in the window of a thatched roof house I can see from here. Maybe that means Masumi has come back. I don't know for sure until I try visiting that place again. Could be overthinking it, but that shadow kind of looked like me. Loving photo. Side stories. Investigate the Osaka house. Oh yeah, I forgot there's stealth in this game. Ringu was a scary movie. Ringu and also The Grudge, especially the Japanese versions of each, are very good. Missed. Ju-1, yeah, the Japanese, I definitely recommend watching the Japanese version of The Grudge. It's very good. Pulse is also a very good Japanese game. I mean, like, movie. Did you see the trailer for the Sekiro anime dropped? I did not. Is it just like redoing the events of the game? I think there's a side quest I can do in this house right now. I don't know if I want to. Fuck it. It's like the frame rate just dipped a lot. Hold on a second, something's off. No, it's still 30 frames per second. But what about the Sekiro? And also, I said it before, and I'll say it again. Audition is the best Japanese horror movie. I've never actually seen that one before. Maybe she's up here. It's you. Oh no, that didn't take? Why? I nailed that one. You gotta rest, girl. Gotta rest. You don't find this game to be that scary? I mean, it's not for... No, I don't find it scary either, but that's just me. If you like Japanese horror, it's pretty solid. The way the game plays and the enemies are kind of unique, since you don't usually fight ghosts too often like this in a game without just doing regular combat. Because that all I did was come in here and beat her. Sanity systems are definitely scary. I mean, honestly, my favorite horror game is still Eternal Darkness. Or one of them. Not my absolute favorite, but I just like that game. Is that really my side quest? Just beat those two ghosts? I'll tell you one thing, this game is turning me against Japanese architecture, because it's fucking confusing. Another one? Yeah. Exit. Something about this house really reduced. This is freaking infested. Thought I was coming here for a side quest, I got nothing out of it. Maybe I'm still on the trail of it. Isn't Devil May Cry Resident Evil 4? It was at one point Resident Evil 4, but they obviously changed it to make its own thing. Notebook. I fell asleep again. It was like my mind was being pulled, dragged into slumbering. I saw another dream. This time I was being strangled, and as I was being strangled, I was plummeting quickly down, down, down. Sure, it's because the floor here feels so cold. The chill must have seeped into my mind. While I was sleeping. Sometimes I hear a creepy song coming from the family altar here. Sounds as if it's coming from the depths of the earth. Maybe it's just a draft sneaking in through the cracks of the building, or maybe there's something happening on the other end of this wall. All I know is I can bear to stay here any longer. Is there anything I can do here? Guess not. And that's our reward, I guess. Hey girl, I'm on your side. Also, $5 from, hold on a second. Soul Sista. Fun fact, GTA 4 was inspired by the movie Brat, something in 97. Nico is based off Russian actor Vladimir Mashi. See, I thought GTA 4 is based off movies like Reservoir Dogs and a few others, like the heist movies and stuff. Team Ninja is making Dead or Alive 7. Of course, they always make Dead or Alive games. That's what they do. And volleyball games. But thank you for the information though, sister. That's not that great of a photo. Going for big damage. Fuck. I'm kind of doing chip damage here. This ain't good. Could you come on? I need you to stop. Do some attack. Thank you. feet. One of the darker war movies, what? Sorry, I'm like lost in like boss fight right now. Oh shit, I'm out of it. Film. Almost got her. You're going to heaven after this, girl. Just relax. Though there went all my film. What is the darkest war movie? A movie called Come and See. That's the darkest movie. It's a hard watch. Going together into faintly glowing zoisite. I've seen Come and See, yes. The sad thing is, I was looking for the exit of this damn building. I wasn't planning to even do that fight. Didn't even know about it. Serbian film? I don't think that's a war movie, is it? Oh, come on, lady! I'm fighting you again. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm running out of film. Just go to heaven or hell, whichever one. I don't even care anymore. I don't have enough photos left for the OnlyFans shoot at this rate. Get out of here. It's the exit, no, it's the stairs. Mailman. I'm assuming if I want the better endings, I gotta do side quests, right? How many days has it been since I first entered this village? Has it only been a couple of days, 2 or 3, or has it been years? Sometimes it feels like the former, other times it feels like the latter. When you're in the village where the night never ends, the sense of time starts to become fuzzy after a while. Miyako is completely exhausted by this point, merely limping along. On rare occasions, she attempts to flash me a weak smile it pains me to see. I think she's nearing her breaking point, both physically and mentally. Decide to leave Miyako here and investigate the village alone. I'm sure I'll find a way out of here, and when I do, I'll come back for her. Find reports from that dude, huh? Alright. Back to the creepy house. Not my fault. Your brain thinks... My brain thinks of all this. I have to get it out. I know the feeling, brother. That's why I became a streamer, so I could just like regurgitate it onto y'all so everyone can enjoy. Alright, up that way. Maybe we should go talk to the kid first. Maybe have something insightful to say. Let's go talk to our twink boyfriend. I tried peering into the old decayed well, but I couldn't see a thing through the inky blackness. Listening closely, I can only hear the wind and nothing else. I can tell that the water in this well has all been dried up. Whether the manor or the well is abandoned first, I don't know, but I can tell neither have been in use for some time now. According to the records I've dug up, this compound used to belong to a clan known as the Tachaharas, who were an influential family in these parts. 3 other powerful lineages also existed in the village: the Kiryu, the Tachibana, and Osaka clans, all of which were permitted to possess their own unique crests. The writings I managed to see indicate that all of the individuals' clans are branch families that ultimately fall under the umbrella of the Kurosawa family. Leads the village festivals and during rituals seems to serve the role of the Shinto priest. The name Kurosawa itself is a routine fixture of many of the documents I come across, though concrete details about their overall background and identity are largely elusive. What I can say though is that the Kurosawa family probably exercised absolute power over the village. What happened to the people of this village, though? Where did they all disappear to? And how the hell do we get out of this place? All the answers are sometimes within the Kurosawa house. I can't say what I think that is, I just know it to be true. Have you guys seen that video? The deputy was executed during a probably happened quite a few times.
Yai, did you find her? With that key, you can open the Kiryu house.
Can Monty cry? Can you cry, Monty?
Head to the doll room. The entrance to the earthly bridge is there. Hurry. Staying in this village any longer will put you in danger. Yai, both of you need to leave this village. We can't let them keep performing that ritual.
Not trust the white-haired boys? No, he's a good guy. Like, there's like search party ghosts over there. I'm gonna hide over there until they leave. What is with the Japanese and twinks? They like male beauty. That's pretty much it. They maintain this belief that, yo, hey, males can be pretty damn nice looking too. At least that's always what I always understood of it. And Dex is locked down that damn chair all night tonight. They're taking their sweet ass time. Okay, they've turned around. Gotta bounce too. Soul, you have a good night. Shit, now look. Just leave. Right in the way. Does Dex normally sleep there? She chooses where she sleeps. And not always. She has quite a few sleepy spots. But that's the one she's been in most of today. just told there was film back here. At least Dart has no Hassan Piker, is no Hassan Piker. I mean, I wouldn't mind those kind of views he gets. Unless you're talking about how, you know, other things, I don't know. Question, why would ghosts need torches? Ah, fuck you. You can't sleep at an airport. I've had to once or twice. Alright, now we go back in here. Is it the way, or is it over here? Not that one. Stuck. She's a real life horror game right now. It's actually more like a Far Cry game than a horror game, I would say. You have insane warlords who run it all, and a lot of people dying. Alright, yeah, I didn't turn that movie on. Door's stuck too. Now, where's the Kiryu house? That's the Kiryu. Oh wait, that other door. Over here. You've even slept outside. I mean, I've gone camping. Gonna be camping at a music festival in a few months, actually. Did Monty need to sleep naked? I mean, that's only if you want to. I mean, you could sleep naked in your regular, you know, non-camping as well. What a pleasant room. This is made from moonflower. Nope. Not dealing with that shit. Hey, Bad, you have a good night, man. Sure, I can get both those in frame. If this game wasn't so dark and hard to find my way around, I'd talk a lot more, chat, I swear. Stone mirror. Watching DSP suck at Marvel vs. Capcom. Isn't fighting games his forte, though? Where's the other doll at? DSP in his 50s, I believe he's in his 40s. He just doesn't take very good care of himself. Which will make you look older than you are. Also, too much gooning. Also, GD Rose, original Fatal Frame game, got me into gaming and horror. The story in particular is very important to me. Almost fell over when I saw they were remaking it. I really liked it. I think it's, like I said, it wasn't my introduction to horror. I only played it later on. And I do like it. I do feel that maybe this one, I'm starting to lean toward that the original game is the better one here. I think there's just some elements of this that aren't carrying over as well. Modern design elements that are muddying the waters a little bit. Okay, reload speed. Max that out. Not that it's bad. It's just like, it's not as enjoyable to play as that one was.
It won't open.
I'm missing something. DSP is a lookout forever, forever, and forevermore he will be. But you know what? It keeps him alive. Like, that dude would have been, like, broken homeless by now if he hadn't been a locale. Like, if he'd been incompetent at what he does, no one would watch him. I mean, I can't think of many people who I can say that getting caught masturbating in a live stream saved their career. He's the only one. I mean, anyone else do that, they're gone. If I did that, I would not live it down. I'd be done. Can't wait for anything wrong with video. Well, hey, right, I've got a Resident Evil 9 one coming up soon. I'm almost done with the script for it. And then a Dino Crisis video after that. Remember when I was trauma dumping, I felt like I was turning him into him, and then I had to get... Yeah, don't turn into Dark Side Phil. Get yourself help before you reach that level. But I'm glad you're doing glad you're doing better, brother. Glad you're doing better. Hello.
It won't open.
Reach what level of becoming Darksideville? Masturbate on camera. Yeah, the dude was doing a live stream, got caught jerking it because he didn't realize his camera was on. But it actually, like, that has kept him around out of, like, sheer morbid, curiosity. Like, the dude has survived, is one of the longest running YouTube channels, actually, because of that. I mean, he's not making bank off it, but he's making enough to get by. Diary sporting a purple color found along the side of the con. I choked Azami to death with my hands. Her neck was soft, it was warm, it moved so slow and gentle. But it looked like Azami was in pain when I tried to do it alone. So one of the senior priests offered to help me at the very end. Azami said she only wanted me to kill her. So Azami and I became one again, but now she's gone. Now I can't talk to her anymore. Can't believe it. Father brought Azami back. I said sorry to her so many times. Luckily she forgave me. Don't want to kill anybody else. I don't want anybody else to be killed either. Father said Azami is actually a mannequin. He said he has to kill her. He's trying to kill you, Azami. I can't let him do that, Azami. I can't let anything bad happen to my sister again. He complains about the amount of money his idiot fans give him. Yeah, but hey, he gets enough to get by off him. That's all that really matters. And he doesn't really have fans. He has hate watchers. Big difference. In order to bring forth comfort to Akane, now a remaining... I've decided to put together a doll that will pay tribute to Azami. Ever since that day, the ritual Akane has lost all emotion, so shattered in her mind that when a person and a doll are placed next to another, she can no longer tell which is which. See Akane talking to Azami constantly, never leaving her side for even a moment. What the two discuss, I have no idea, but it must be a sign that Akane's spirit is slowly returning to her little by little. Only the ritual hadn't happened. Then Azami would never have to become a butterfly and Akane would still have her soul. You broke Kickbot with that one. Good job. You know what? Kickbot always comes back eventually, though. A lot of prayer beads in this place. Oh, the camera's on? Hello. Come play with us. Girls, you don't want none of this. I will punt you. Also, I think it might be illegal to take pictures of children. Why do we kill? The kids need to go watch Neon Genesis Evangelion. Wait, hold up. That's not how that's supposed to work. Oh wait, no, that's the puppet body, isn't it? That's why that one stayed around. I think. Yeah, that one's a puppet. Okay, never mind. I thought I got a glitch there for a second. That's actually just attention to detail. Streamers shouldn't care about getting donations. I mean, we have to, but it's not a good idea to ask and beg for them. Is what I would say. Like, we do have to pay bills and like eat like everyone else, so, and it does take time of our day to do stuff like this. But yeah, it's bad form. Like, you guys aren't really supporting me enough. It doesn't look good, and it doesn't actually get you more support. Like, you do way better if you don't do that.
Look at me. So sad.
Doll maker's note. Hane has sabotaged the doll mechanism underpinning the passage to the deep path, taking off with some of the parts. I must get that pair of twin dolls back into working order. That will entail dropping Azami, or rather the mannequin acting as her, into the thereby sending its soul back to the depths of hell. That pathway also leads to the well. Just in case, I'll outline how to fix the doll mechanism here. You never know when the information might come in handy. After inspecting the damage, I've concluded that Akane and the mannequin have hidden 3 parts. These parts are listed as follow: a right hand, a left hand, and a head. All that needs to be done is find these parts and place them back into the damaged locations. Once everything is made whole, the mechanism should operate again as normal.
I need to fix the doll.
Kill me. She's like a proto ring girl. Saw a zombie again, the real zombie, the one that should have long arrived at the god's side, but by now after being placed into the well. He appeared to be accompanied by a crimson butterfly urging me to kill the mannequin that I had created in her place. Truly I have committed a terrible act. It was wrong of me to try to recreate her again after she and Akane had become whole. I think Azami was trying to reveal the location of the doll's mechanism head and hands. He said that the parts were hidden in the manor somewhere in a small room with a box. It's imperative I track them all down and get the doll working again as soon as possible. Suicidal. Well, technically she was already dead when she said kill me. Hmm. I knew it. Keep in, boy. Did you make an Order of Giants DLC sim video? Order of Giants? What game is Order of Giants for? I have not. The next two DLC sim videos I plan to make will probably be Cyberpunk and Bioshock Infinite. That's the two I want to make this year. Can't open that. What doll arm?
Doll's arm.
Indiana Jones Great Circle. Oh no, I mean, how big of the DLC was that? I don't think it was very big, was it? Yeah, I never even played that one. You think Code Veronica X is one of the best Resident Evil games? What makes you like it so much? Let's see. That's not that I'm gonna lecture you on it. I'm actually curious. What makes you like that one so much? It was a great game, but it ain't Resident Evil. It's just a weird, very weird. And also kind of frustrating. Matrix, Wesker, and a stupid story. I mean, I do like the Wesker is the best part of it for me. And the only thing I can say is good about it is like the plot is cracked out as hell. But even that kind of like falls apart once you actually get to Antarctica, I feel. Too much of that. Any creepy doll children in here? You bought yourself a Glock 17 because of CV, so it can't be that. That's the game that convinced you, huh? Glock is probably, even though I'm not a fan of Glock's design, can't deny that they make good guns. Why do I have to kill her? 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 Folklorist note. Unraveling the Kiryu family tree reveals a number of twins in their history, which were once viewed with fear and reverence in the village. However, the patriarch of the family was murdered. An unknown assailant, it said the remaining daughter died while remaining implicated in the crime, thereby ending the lineage. Though much time has passed since then, the villagers have still show a reluctance to discuss the Kiryu clan at times. The twin houses were constructed to protect the Kurosawa house, home to the high priest and leader of the ritual. Entering the Kurosawa house therefore requires cutting across the bridges that connect the two compounds. Come to think of it, could it be that the design of the twin houses drew inspiration from the connection the twins share? This may well be related in some way to the Crimson Sacrifice ritual. With that in mind, I think the next thing I'll investigate is the Tachibana house. One thing that sticks out to me when it comes to the Kiryu family is if you map the layout of their house by hand, there appears to be a space that inexplicably can't be entered from any direction. Just to me, something of value is hidden there, though I was of course unable to locate any sort of entrance. Perhaps the Tachibana house also has some clues that should point me in the right direction. Hold on. Didn't finish checking this other room. Oh. They like waiting outside doors, don't they? You guys probably just heard Lucky. Why do ghosts need to hide? They like getting those jump scares. It drains a person's willpower. Identical room after identical room. Actually a pretty decent gun. Apparently carrying it, though, will be switching out for a high power. Hey. Those are the pretty cheap ones, aren't they? They're like, well, cheap is the wrong word. They're affordable. Real. Yep, I'll eventually probably get one. Had to put it off getting a gun for the time being. High power or high, yeah, those are like, they're like very affordable guns. You gotta give them that much. Right, where's the other doll at? Browning makes the high power. What am I thinking of? I know there's like a really inexpensive like semi-automatic you can buy called High something. Or it's stuck. High Point? Oh, High Point. Yeah, that's one. I remember reading a story about a dude who like bought a like 8 or 9 high points and put one in every room of his house. Just because they're that inexpensive. Under 200, yeah, I think they're like 170 bucks for one. Found out that the replica of Mrs. Ami is an elaborate contraption. I can hardly believe it. The way it moves is so realistic it feels alive. Master Kiryu made her look so close to the real girl that I can't help myself wondering if Azami's soul returned from the well to possess it. I hear a voice murmuring something to Mrs. Akane. I know it wasn't Mrs. Azami's voice. There was a lot of moaning and screaming. Still haven't told anyone else about it. It sounds like the doll, the one I heard coming from Masano Hill all those years ago on the day of the shadow ritual. Is there a chance of Omicron Nomad Soul Sin? Yes, that one would be a classic Sin video, though. I do want to play that this year. It's trying to get the game to run properly and reliably is a pain in the ass, though. but I think it can be done. It will not be fun to play. I warn you now, that will be one hell of a frustrating experience to watch and for me to play. But it must be done. Like, I can't just leave like a David Cage game unplayed. Down, right. They're good for 2 to 3 magazines maybe, and then you throw them away, so they just like get burnt out after you fire like a few dozen rounds to them. One hell of a scavenger suit I'm currently on. Violet Diary. Don't need to be replaced. I'll always be together with my big sister Akane. We are one the same. Kill that doll, and get rid of it. Have 3 of them blow up. Had 3 of them blow up on me. I was doing something fun and dumb. What were you? It's like literally blow up in your hand. Jesus. I was considering getting one of those like a few months back when I was first thinking of getting a gun. It's like, okay, I'll get. I don't really need this for, you know, except for home defense. So I was having it there. So, but it's like, you know, after reading about them, I was like, I decided on that. You know, I mean, you know, if I'm going to get one, probably put a bit more money into it than that for something reliable. At least it's not a SIG. I thought those were good though. Returning the mannequin to the well is a two-step process. First, I must hang the doll by a noose, killing its corporal body, then I must cast it into the well. My problem is that a zombie is trying her hardest to stop me, taking control of Akane to kill me instead. But it must be done. The mannequin must be returned to the well, whatever it takes. I have to do it. I have to kill my daughter all over again and one more time. Akane will have to endure the heartbreak of losing her twin once again. If only I hadn't performed the ritual, all of this suffering could have been avoided.
Why do I
Excuse me.
Why do we kill? Don't kill me.
That's one of the mannequins. No part in here? Bring grace to Nikke. You just want her to have bigger tits and ass. That's what those games do. You recommend a Beretta? Not just because they're all Resident Evil fans, but they can be pretty pricey. I mean, I like the look of a Beretta way more than I do a Glock. Glocks are just ugly as sin. Save me. Well, that's kind of creepy. You're really hard to photograph, lady. It's really freaking hard to photograph. She's like launches herself across the damn floor. Oh, fuck. Fuck. God, you're like... Take a picture of a horsefly. There's a bigger film. Ball part? No. So do ghosts just create crystals naturally by existing? Okay, second doll part. Ah, he's getting itchy, Chet. We'll add that if you only plan to one gun, might as well splurge and get a, yeah, I only plan to get, I'm not gonna be a dude who has guns, like tons of guns, just one gun is all I plan to get. Exorcism film. Heard they censored Ready or Not for the console release? What would they censor out of it? It's just like a gun game. I picked up another film, didn't I? I should go watch that. Like I missed the part somewhere. Hmm. Gonna call it here. I'm thinking of calling here too, actually. It is almost like stopping time. And I'm kind of exhausted. And I want to send you guys over to Lucky because she's also streaming horror games tonight. And she's way fun to watch play horror games than me. Because she actually gets terrified of this stuff. So, yeah, I feel like that's a good calling spot. Hold on a second. Because I want to get something to eat. And you guys are getting a little exhausted. Are you sure not using the lock-on feature? No, wait, there's a lock-on feature? Okay, I'm just learning about that. Yeah, didn't realize there was an ability to do that. I'll try to do that tomorrow, I guess. Would make some of those fights a little bit easier, wouldn't it? Hold on a second, chat. Let me get this set up. Alright. It's R3. Alright, I'm gonna send you guys over to Lucky, my fiance. She's playing this game as well. She has also got way more experience with these games than I do. And I think you guys will enjoy it. You can hear her screaming probably through my microphone right now. But you guys go enjoy Lucky stream. I'll be probably finishing this tomorrow, I think. At 8 p.m. So maybe I'll see you then tomorrow if you get time. Hope to have you here. I've also got a Resident Evil 9 video coming soon. I'm going to be finishing my script for that tomorrow. But I want to thank you guys for joining me again. Thank you for any subs, gifts, bit subs, super chats, all that wonderful stuff. Thank you to the Kit crew for holding it down over there. It's been a wonderful night. A tiring night, but hey, we got here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Go say hello to Lucky now. Spread some love, chat. Peace, everybody.